Okay, so for this one, we start with thinking about the smaller dealers. We know that their marginal cost is 700 plus 10Q, uh, the quantity that the smaller dealers supply, QS. That comes from their total cost function, right? So take the derivative of the total cost function with respect to QS. And they're going to set that equal to marginal revenue, which is whatever the price that the bigger dealership sets, right? This is basically a price leadership problem. So for the smaller firms, they just take whatever price the bigger dealership sets as P, and they're basically acting as perfectly competitive firms in that case, right? They're price takers. So P for them is also marginal revenue. So here we've set marginal cost equal to P, which is the marginal revenue. And we basically get the supply function for each of the small dealers. Now there's 5 of them, so we have to multiply that by 5. So there's the total supply by the small dealers. And we subtract that supply from basically the total demand to get residual demand for, Roach Motors, right? So that right there, 500 minus P over 10 is total demand. We subtract basically the supply by the small dealers, and there's our formula for residual demand that Roach Motors faces. Now, once we have the residual demand, we can construct their profit function. It's whatever price that they set minus their marginal cost, right? So this is basically marginal profit, the profit they earn on each unit. Here's their residual demand. So here's their profit function. This is just negative 500 times 850. I didn't want to bother calculating it since I knew it would drop out once I took the derivative, so I just left it as a question mark, but that's basically just negative 500 times 850. So there's the the profit function. There it is simplified. And then we can take the derivative of this profit function with respect to P, set it equal to 0. You could also do revenue, which is P times this, minus 500 times this, which would be the total cost. So P times the quantity is total revenue. The quantity times the marginal cost is total cost. You'd still end up with the same solution, basically. But basically what we get here is, we get the optimality condition, essentially. And given this, we can solve for the optimal price to set, and it is $958.33.